his word for it, not ours.
In retrospect, do you think you would have been better off not going public? And I ask because I think there's probably a lot of public investors that, went along for this ride, maybe very well should have known that part of this was a gamble and bet on not just your ability to execute as a business, but that the regulations and the laws would cut your way over time.
I don't regret going public. I mean, there's certainly some things about being a public company which are a little more difficult. The private marks and the valuations, I think, you can sort of defy reality a little bit for longer. Right. But no, I'm glad we became a public company because I want us to go first. It's not easy to go first. You're going to take a few arrows. We have to educate the public market investors. We have to deal with the SEC, but that's what being the leader in the space means. And so we're
the CEO of Coinbase, regardless of the judge's decision, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, is very certain that his battle with federal regulators would actually advance the cryptocurrency sector. You see, the cryptocurrency industry has been operating in a legal gray area for quite some time. Understanding what is permitted and who is actually an authority in Washington has been a true guessing game. Armstrong claims that the primary goal of this litigation is to provide long overdue regulatory clarification. He thinks that regardless of how the case turns out, it will at least be a start in the right direction for gaining more clarity. He said that despite literally pleading with officials to issue the regulations for years, Coinbase only received a deafening silence. The timing of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler's decision to sue Coinbase also caught Armstrong's attention. It took place just one day after the government charged the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, known as Binance, with improper management of consumer cash. You may be wondering why they were so silent for so long before taking action against Coinbase.
Secretary, virtually every interview that we've done over the many years with you, we've always mentioned crypto. We're going to have Brian Armstrong from Coinbase on the program in just a little bit. Obviously, there's the lawsuit that the SEC has now brought against them and the separate lawsuit against Binance just in the past week. I'm curious where you stand now on crypto, because I think there was an evolution in your thinking in certain ways. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. What's your sense for the American public who's thinking about whether to invest in the world of crypto today?
Well, we recently wrote. Treasury contributed a set of reports in response to the president's executive order to examine the risks inherent in crypto, and we identified a number of risks, some of which risk to consumers, investors. Our laws are already strong. The SEC, the CFTC, and other regulators have the ability and tools to protect consumers and investors, and I'm very supportive of seeing those agencies use the tools they have. I can't comment on the individual matters the SEC is looking at, but I think it's certainly appropriate that they do that. And then I see some holes in the system where additional regulation, I think, would be appropriate.
Janet Yellen declares that she firmly supports the SEC. Janet Yellen, who is the Secretary of the Treasury, is a strong supporter of the SEC's exercising enforcement authority against Binance and Coinbase. Although she avoided mentioning the Binance or Coinbase lawsuits in her interview with StenBP, Yellen insisted that the agency's actions were entirely appropriate. The Treasury Secretary also noted that the agency issued papers outlining a number of dangers, some of which might be detrimental to investors and consumers, after President Joe Biden's executive order on digital assets last year. The Financial Stability Oversight Council, which comprises and head, stated in October that if crypto asset operations continue to grow without the proper rules, they might be dangerous for the U.S. financial system. Now, June 13 is a historic day for cryptocurrency because of these three major developments. According to attorney Bill Morgan, the hearing will take place on June 13, and the Binance response to the SEC's request for temporary restraining orders is due on June 12, the day the Hyman documents are to be revealed, and the House Financial Service Committee considers the future of digital assets, is a historic one for the cryptocurrency industry. In other words, the hearing on June 13 coincides with the release of the Hyman documents and the House Financial Service Committee's discussion of the Future of digital assets. Today will go down in crypto history. Do you know what the emails from Heinemann contain? Will it be a game changer or will it leave us empty-handed? Tell me what you think. On the fair market value of XRP from Molly Elmore, what is XRP's current fair market value? This question is trickier than it seems, leading a small group of people on a journey that lasted over 2 years, while they picked up more information along the route to help the cause. A discussion thread for our white paper on XRP's fair market value. Due to the length of this thread, I will only highlight the key points. Jimmy and the Val Hill Capital team began to wonder what was really going on after noticing some peculiar elements in the case in order to raise awareness of potential regulatory capture issues. Val Hill Capital issued a proposal to the Fed, the U.S. Central Bank, in Q3 2020, one offering to sell XRPE, a higher price. It was questioned how the SEC's action affected XRP adoption and how much money it cost in order to calculate the potential worth of XRP if its use case had been realized. The idea of fair market value was first developed. The secret committee was established by Val Hill Capital to examine SEC misconduct and collaboration. A smaller valuation committee was established in the fall of 2022 to develop 6 valuation models over a period of time. The valuation committee attracted criticism for not waiting until all models were finished before sharing their findings. The 6 valuation models demonstrate that in the absence of the litigation, the value of XRP would have been significantly greater. The model's simulated output values span a wide range with 2 key factors affecting the price. According to this hypothesis, XRP is worth between $3,500 and $22,000. Judge Torres' XRP community discouraged by delays in the Ripple lawsuit. Delay in justice is justice denied. Enhance fairness and expedite the process for all parties involved. Look at it now. In the same room as Ripple, Jeep Morgan, Google, and many more. Open banking has arrived and cryptocurrency is here to stay since it has a greater use case than Bitcoin. XRP will be the top cryptocurrency asset if Judge Torres now rules that it is not security, making it the only other digital asset with regulatory clarity. Additionally, you can see that Judge Torres and XRP Army are trending on Edafrina. The following situation comes to mind. One is that Ripple defeats the SEC handily, XRP increases to almost $10, and financial entities act and buy XRP valued at several billions of dollars. Why is mass seeking to purchase XRP yet exchanges run out of the cryptocurrency? Although many of us might not think so, XRP is the currency of the future. We are moving toward a paperless digital economic revolution where it will be simple, quick, and inexpensive to send money across borders. Here comes XRP, which is a currency that can be swiftly, cheaply, and securely utilized to transfer money across borders. Its main function is to act as a bridge currency, giving financial institutions a more affordable means to swap fiat and cryptocurrencies. That's all for now. Simply support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Thank you for watching.